Good evening and thank you for joining us. Ganoogaming First Nation remains under a state of emergency following the closure of the bridge into the community. Chief Sherry Taylor claims Ontario's Indigenous Affairs Minister has not reached out to her personally since the state of emergency was declared. Justin Hardy has more.
It's hard on them. It's hard on all of us.
Ganoogaming Chief Sherry Taylor declared the state of emergency after an inspection of the Making Ground River Bridge ended with the recommendation to close the bridge to vehicle traffic. The only other route to Long Lac by vehicle is a 50-kilometer dirt road that is not well maintained. Community members have been making do by leaving vehicles on one side of the bridge and crossing by foot to be picked up on the other side. Ontario Minister of Indigenous Affairs Greg Rickford says the province has been attempting to work with the community and the federal government on a solution to the community's long-standing bridge issues.
So we've approved the terms of reference that we've given back to the community to go over. It's a proposal for a tripartite table to work through the bridge. It's very important for us. The chief has always made that clear. And we're just hopeful that the federal government will join us at that table, but we'll let the community give us feedback on the terms of reference and take it from there. So we're taking action, and we appreciate Chief Taylor.
The First Nation has received the terms of reference, but Taylor says that comes from the last time she brought it up to the Premier, 5 months before the situation surrounding the bridge devolved into a state of emergency.
It started in Canada's hands and moved on to Ontario, and it sat with Ontario for some time. And, it is not until this SOE came, the state of emergency, that I said, okay, where's our terms of reference? Why don't I have it yet? And it's been taking such a long time for me to get this so our team can take a look at it. And yet these terms of reference, I find they're made without us, It's something that's given to me now to look at.
Taylor says that other than an invite to a Ford Media event, the community has not had any contact from provincial leadership since the state of emergency for the bridge was declared. She has had a phone call with Federal Indigenous Services Minister Patty Hajdu.
She said she was willing to help with the funding the temporary replacement, but right away she reverted to the jurisdictional issue and how that would be something that she can't handle.
Chief Taylor says they continue to search for the quickest and safest way to get a temporary resolution in place. Justin Hardy, TBT News.
Today is Louis Riel Day, which remembers Canadian politician Louis Riel, who was a strong voice for the Métis people. In commemoration, a flag-raising ceremony was held at City Hall. Riel fought for Métis people's land, language, and political rights. The day is held annually on November 16th, the anniversary of Riel's execution in 1885. Margaret Froh, president of the Métis Nation of Ontario, said the flag raising is a symbol of the relationship and the commitment of Thunder Bay with the local Métis community.
When I go anywhere and I see the Métis Nation flag, I immediately feel that I've been seen. I feel that my people have been respected. And I think that's incredibly important, especially these days. Unfortunately, there are still people that seek to deny our existence. For people that are not Métis, to see the flag, I think for some, they may not even understand what the Métis Nation flag is. And so it causes them to ask questions, which is wonderful. And that's really point them to accurate information about the Métis.
Tens of thousands of Canada Post employees entered the second day of their strike. The impacts are already being felt, particularly in small towns and small businesses, where store owners in rural Canada say they're feeling the pinch at one of the worst times possible. CTV's Colton Prale reports.
With 55,000 postal workers still on strike, the impact of a lack of postal service across the country is significant, particularly on small businesses in rural towns like this one, where artisans who make a living shipping their products across the country suddenly find themselves without a method to do so at a cost-effective way in one of the busiest times of the season.
It's really tough when it has such a huge impact on a small business like mine where I don't have other options. It would cost a fortune to ship them if I was shipping them in a parcel. So I use letter mail primarily for all my stickers, and they are completely halted right now. I can't ship out anything.
The Canadian Federation of Independent Businesses says about 3/4 of small businesses have been negatively impacted by the postal strike, impacts that they say will become more severe as e-commerce is expected to play a larger role in this holiday shopping season. Negotiations have been fruitless so far, with both sides back at the table continuing talks today. But according to the Labour Minister, they remain far apart on several key issues. Closing those gaps will be the job of a new senior federal mediator who's expected to join the talks as soon as Monday. Colton Prail, CTV News, Russell.
Local dignitaries took some time this week to celebrate the success of the Thunder Bay Diving Club. The group received nearly $78,000 through the Ontario Trillium Foundation's Resilient Communities Fund. MPPs Elise Vaugeois and Kevin Holland were thrilled to see how the club used the money to bounce back after a drastic membership decline due to the pandemic.
So they lost a lot of their members over that time, and the grant has helped to upgrade equipment and advertise and create new banners, so the numbers have doubled.
Some of the equipment that we see the students using here in the background that helps them develop their technique, helps them to gain that confidence on dry land before they jump off the platforms into the pools. So to be able to provide that funding to the diving club, which is just such a great asset to the community, it's really important.
With community pools being shut down due to COVID-19, it was a real challenge for the club to make the public aware again about the value of their programs for local youth. The club has divers from a variety of skill levels, from recreational to competitive. Along with updated equipment and attracting qualified coaches, the funding helped create the Try Diving sessions. Anyone interested in the sport can now try it for free before committing to a full program. Diving Club President Crystal DePuter says it's a great way to ignite a spark, which can turn into a rewarding passion.
Youth who saw it on the Olympics and thought, oh my gosh, that looks like something I'd love to do. They can come here and they can try it, and maybe they'll be there next.
Information on the Try Diving sessions is available on the Thunder Bay Diving Club website and social media pages. A unique Thunder Bay business is growing both rainbow trout and salad greens, with the two products helping each other grow. Qua Aquaponics is an environmentally controlled indoor farm north of Thunder Bay, which is now fully operational. Emma Chilton explains.
Aquaponic farming is a cooperation between plants and fish. Qua Aquaponics is northwestern Ontario's first and only aquaponics farm dedicated to growing premium greens in an enclosed, environmentally controlled environment. The closed-loop system between the fish and the plants ensure that the plants grow in optimal conditions, free from synthetic chemicals and pesticides. The system conserves water by recirculating it through the system, significantly reducing the amount needed compared to traditional farming. The controlled environment allows for growth year-round, providing consistent, high-quality produce regardless of the season. Patrick Lacroix, co-owner of Qua Aquaponics, explains that the greens and the fish work in a symbiotic relationship.
The fish produce ammonia as well as excrement. So what we do is we collect the excrement as well as the ammonia through a biofiltration system, and that is where the beneficial bacteria converts the ammonia and the excrement into a nitrate, which is absorbed by the plants. So basically the plants absorb the nitrates and in the same time cleaning the water to return to the fish. So it's a closed loop ecosystem that benefits both fish and plants. They work in a symbiotic relationship.
Shelly Palukowicz, co-owner of Qua Aquaponics, adds that not only do they sell their greens, but also the trout once they're ready for harvest mid-December.
They can access our website, quaaquaponics.com, and send us an email through there or purchase through our website, either our greens or our fish.
Qua Aquaponics is committed to cultivating fresh, nutrient-dense produce year-round and aim to provide a resilient solution to challenges in the North's harsh climate. By integrating cutting-edge technology and sustainable practices, they strive to empower our community with access to locally grown, environmentally responsible food. To learn more, you can go to their website at quaaquaponics.com. Emma Chilton, TBT News.
Despite there being no snow on the ground, residents were still celebrating the start of the holiday season as they watched the Rotary Santa Claus Parade. The annual tradition saw thousands of attendees lining Memorial Avenue to catch a glimpse of the festive floats and, of course, Santa Claus. Jessica Clement reports.
Thunder Bay residents officially kicked off the holiday season Saturday morning by watching and taking part in the 32nd annual Rotary Santa Claus Parade. This year's parade didn't have a specific theme, resulting in 57 unique entries, some of them featuring beloved characters. The parade route started at the Superstore and went down Memorial Avenue before ending at the Community Auditorium. We spoke to some attendees and asked them what their favorite part of the parade was.
I liked the one that had Elsa and Anna, and I also liked the one that was Toy Story. I like them all.
You like them all?
Yeah, I like them all.
The parade was also exciting for those in it, with participants saying seeing the smiles on the kids' faces is always the best part.
It's important just because there's so many kids and families, and it's just nice to be part of the community.
A lot of us have been visiting and attending the Santa Claus Parade, but not many of us have actually taken part, so we're excited to be a part of it. We're excited to decorate. We made a gingerbread float, and it turned out really well, decorating the candy. It was really exciting, and the number one reason, of course, is the kids.
The parade's finale was Santa and Mrs. Claus, who arrived in a horse-drawn carriage. Kids also had the chance to meet the festive couple at the auditorium. Parade Chair Dawn Sebesta says the parade couldn't have gone any better, and she's always amazed by the community's support.
The parade doesn't cost anything. I mean, anybody can come and watch it, enjoy it, and then they can come to the auditorium afterwards if they choose to see Santa, and it's just easy for everybody to come, and I think that makes it really, really important. It's for everybody, not just for certain people. You know, it's for the entire community, and I think that's important. I think community-based events are really, really important.
Jessica Clement, TBT News.